Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Okay, good. Today we're going to be speaking about main ideas and supporting details. Our standard today is coming to determine the main idea of a text and explain how it is supported by key details, summarizing the text. Our objective, the learner will identify the main idea of the passage and explain which details would support it. Do you understand what we're going to do today?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. First of all, I want to hear what you think without looking up there. What do you think the main idea is?
What's the story about?
What it is. All right, you are correct. The main idea, first of all, we're going to have some vocabulary, but the first word is topic. One of two words about what the whole text is about. So when we have a passage, the topic is what? What is the topic? Okay. And the main idea is the most important thought about the topic. What are supporting details without looking? Someone knows what supporting details are. Yes, ma'am.
It's the supporting details. It's like where, like how did they change or something?
Okay. Let's see what it's about. Supporting details says facts, examples, or details that support and help describe the main idea. Do you understand what that means? All right. Everybody got it? If you don't, I'll explain it better than that and we'll move on if you got it. All right. All right. How we can identify main ideas, what the passage is mostly about. We said that's what the main idea is, right? Okay. Before you read them to get the main idea, we got to go and look at the title, text features, and pictures that get an idea of what the topic in the passage might be about. But remember something about the main idea. The main idea is not the same thing as the topic. Did you know that? The main idea is not the same thing as the topic. While you read, you need to look in repeated words, words that repeat, phrases that repeat. That's going to help you determine what the main idea is, okay? Also, and then after you read, review the details from the text. Think about how they are related. And then what the details tell you about the topic. All right? Over here. Again, we're going to say topic versus the main ideas.
Topic versus the main idea. Topic versus the main idea.
Okay, what did we say topic is?
Topic is the main idea.
When we have a passage, what is the topic?
The topic is the big idea or the subject that any author writes about.
Okay, but is it the same as the main idea? I'm going to see if you were listening. No, it is not. It's not the same. What is the main idea?
What's the story about? What's the story about? It was being repeated. It was being repeated.
Oh.
The main idea is the big idea.
All right, let's move on. You got it? Okay. All right. The main idea and details. Now we're getting into the details. When you have a passage, that passage is going to give you some things like context clues and some details about that passage. You look at those things. They're going to ask you questions like, how can I find the main idea? You say, ask yourself, what is the most thing that passage is about? Ask yourself that. What is this passage about? And that'll give you an idea of what that main idea is, okay? Then you ask yourself again, look at the title of the text. Look at pictures. Pictures, you can just look at a picture and tell what something is about, can't you? You can almost guess it, can't you? So if I put up, let's look at this picture in the back with the dog. The description, you see that? Just looking at that picture, what would you think that would be about if you just looked at it?
The dog. He is a picture of a dog. The dog is. The dog.
Don't read what's up there, just looking at it.
The dog is getting money.
So you think this is going to be all about the dog, right?
The dog is
Just looking at that picture. All right. Let's look back up here. It says, look for words repeated over and over again. If you see something that's repeating itself, 9 times out of 10, that's what that topic is, that main idea is, okay? Okay, sometimes the main idea is either the first or the last. It doesn't always come at the beginning of the passage. Sometimes it comes at the end. All right? Okay, and number 6. Don't get distracted by interesting information that doesn't support the main idea. What that is saying. Sometimes we can get distracted. We'll have other information and we'll think it's the main idea, but it's not. Sometimes information will have us confused. You got to pay attention to what the things we said up here to look for, okay? Let's look at this. Like this is an example. The main idea is bats are unusual animals. Then we have supporting details. Bats are flying mammals, aren't they? Doesn't that support what this main idea says? Bats are unusual animals? Okay. Detail 2 says bats use echolocation to find food. Echolocation. Did you know that about a bat?
No.
You didn't?
I
Okay.
did.
You did? All right. And then detail 3 says bats hang upside down when they sleep. I'm sure you knew that. I'm sure you knew that. All right. Those are all details about that bat. Okay, you might not have known the second one, I'm sure. But most of the other 2 you probably knew. Supporting details. Supporting details are sentences that describe and give more information about the main idea. They describe the main idea. Okay? All right. We won't get into that part. Moving up. Okay, it says the main idea is what the entire text is mostly about. We have established that. But I wanted to reiterate on that so you'll know what the main idea is about. Okay, we've already said what details are. Is everybody clear about how the details support the main idea?
Yes.
Okay. I want to read you a little story.
Oh, I read that book before. So did no one read it.
I want to read you a little story.
A bad case of.
And when I finish, I want you to tell me what the main idea of this story is. Just looking at that cover of the book,
She said.
what would you think this is about?
She had a jelly bean.
Have you read the story before?
Yes.
Oh, so you have a heads up on it, okay?
I did.
You already know what it's about. Okay, but yeah. It says A Bad Case of Stripes by David Shannon. Let's get through this quickly.
You guys have pictures?
Yeah, I have pictures. Okay, Camille Cream loved lima beans, but she never ate them. All of her friends hated lima beans, and she wanted to fit in. Camilla was always worried about what other people thought of her. Today she was fretting even more than usual. It was the first day of school, and she couldn't decide what to wear. There were so many people to impress. She tried on 42 outfits. 42. But none seemed quite right. She put on a pretty red dress and looked in the mirror. Then she screamed. Her mother ran into the room. She screamed too. Oh my heavens, she cried. You're completely covered with stripes. This was certainly true. Camilla was striped from head to toe. She looked like a rainbow. Can everybody see?
Yes.
Mrs. Cream felt Camilla's forehead. "Do you feel all right?" she asked. "I feel fine," Camilla answered. "But just look at me." "You get back in bed this instant," her mother ordered. "You're not going to school today." Camilla was relieved. She didn't want to miss the first day of school, but she was afraid of what the other kids would say. And she had no idea what to wear with those crazy stripes. Does everybody see? Yeah. That afternoon, Dr. Brummel came to examine Camilla. "Most extraordinary," he explained. "I've never seen anything like it. Are you having any coughing, sneezing, runny nose, aches, palms, pains, chills, hot flashes, dizziness, drowsiness, shortness of breath, or uncontrolled twitching?" "No," Camilla told him. "I feel fine." "Well then," Dr. Brummel said, turning to Mrs. Cream, "I don't see any reason why she couldn't go to school tomorrow. Here's some ointment that should help her clear up those stripes in a few days. If it doesn't, you know where to reach me." And off he went. The next day was a disaster. Everyone at school laughed at Camilla. They called her Camilla Crayon and Night of the Living Lollipop. She tried her best to act as if everything were normal, but when the class said to the Pledge of Allegiance, her stripes turned red, white, and blue, and she broke out in stars. The other kids thought this was great. One yelled out, "Let's see some purple polka dots." Sure enough, Camilla turned all purple polka dotty. Someone else shouted, "Checkerboard!" and a pattern of squares covered her skin. Everyone was calling out different shapes and colors, and poor Camilla was changing faster than you can change channels on a TV. That night, Mr. Harms, the school principal, called. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Cream," he said. "I'm going to have to ask you to keep Camilla home from school. She's just too much of a distraction. I've been getting calls from the other parents. They're afraid those stripes may be contagious." Camilla was so embarrassed. She couldn't believe that 2 days ago, everyone liked her. Now, nobody wanted to be in the same room with her. Her father tried to make her feel better. "Is there anything I can get you, sweetheart?" he asked. "No, thank you," sighed Camilla. What she really wanted was a nice plate of lima beans, but she had been laughed at enough for one day. Well, yes, I see," Dr. Bumble mumbled when Mr. Cream phoned the next day. "I think I'd better bring in the specialist. We'll be right over." About an hour later, Dr. Bumble, with 4 people in long white coats, he introduced them to the Creams. "This is Dr. Grote, Dr. Sponge, Dr. Cricket, and Dr. Young." Then the specialist went to work on Camilla. They squeezed and jabbed, tapped and tested. It was very uncomfortable. "Well, it's not the mumps," concluded Dr. Grote. "Or the measles," said Dr. Sponge. "Definitely not the chicken pox," but Dr. Cricket said. "Our sunburn," said Dr. Young. "Try these," said Dr. Specialist. They each handed her a bottle filled with different colored pills. Take one of each one before bed, said Dr. Grote. Then they filled and went out the door, followed by Dr. Brumble. Oh my goodness. That night, Camilla took her medicine. It was awful. When she woke up the next morning, she didn't feel different. She did feel different. But when she got dressed, her clothes didn't fit right. She looked in the mirror, and there, staring back at her, was a giant, multicolored pill with her face on it.
I bet if she gonna still look like that, can I get a piece of your gum out of your head?
Dr. Brumble rushed over as soon as Mrs. Cream called. But this time, instead of the specialist, he brought the experts. Dr. Growl and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientific minds in the land. Once again, Camilla was poked and prodded, looked at and listened to. The experts wrote down lots of numbers. Then they huddled together and whispered. Dr. Growl finally spoke. It might be a virus, he announced with authority. Suddenly, fuzzy little virus balls appeared all over Camilla. Oh, possibly some form of bacteria, said Mr. Mellon. Out popped squiggly little bacterial tails. Or it could be a fungus, said Dr. Growl. Instantly, Camilla was covered with different colored fungus blotches. The experts looked at Camilla, then each other. We need to go over these numbers again back at the lab, Dr. Growl explained. We'll call you when we know something, but the experts didn't have a clue, much less a cure. What's going on with Camilla? Every time they say something, what happens?
She changes.
All right. By now, the TV news had found out about Camilla. Reporters from every channel were outside her house, telling the story of the bizarre case of the incredible changing kids. Soon, a huge crowd was camped out on the front lawn.
At least she made it alive.
The Creams were swamped with all kinds of remedies from psychologists, allergists, herbalists, nutritionists, psychics, an old medicine man, a guru, and even a veterinarian. Each so-called cure only added to poor Camilla's strange appearance until it was hard to even recognize her. She sprouted roots and berries and crystals and feathers and a long furry tail, but nothing worked.
Hate to be caressed.
One day, a woman who called herself an environmental therapist claimed she could cure Camilla. Close your eyes, she said. Breathe deeply and become one with your room. I wish you hadn't said that, Camilla groaned. Slowly, she started to melt into the walls of her own room. Her bed became her mouth, her nose was a dresser, and 2 paintings were her eyes. The therapist streamed and ran from the house. What are we going to do? Cried Mrs. Cream. It just keeps getting worse and worse. She began to sob.
Just try eating all of these.
She done came a part of the wall. At that moment, Mr. Cream heard a quiet little knock at the front door. He opened it, and there stood an old woman who was just as plump and sweet as a strawberry. Excuse me, she said brightly, but I think I can help. Wow. She went into Camilla's room and looked around. My goodness, she said, with a shake of her head. What we have here is a bad case of stripes. What we have here is a bad case of stripes. One of the worst I've ever seen. She pulled a container of small green beans from her bag. Here, she said, these might be the trick. Are those magic beans? Asked Mrs. Cream. Oh my, no, replied the kind old woman. There's no such thing. These are just plain old lima beans. I bet you'll like some, wouldn't you? She asked Camilla. Camilla wanted a big, heaping plate full of lima beans, more than just about anything, but she was still afraid to admit it. Yuck, she said. No one likes lima beans, especially me. Oh dear, the old woman sadly said. I guess I was wrong about you. She put the beans back into her bag and started toward the door. Camilla watched the old woman walk away. These beans would taste so good, and being laughed at from eating them was nothing compared to what she'd been going through. She finally couldn't stand it. Wait, she cried. The truth is, and she paused, I really love lima beans. I thought so, the old woman said with a smile. She took a handful of beans and popped them into Camilla's mouth. Said Camilla.
Is the stripes real?
Suddenly, the branches, feathers, and squiggly tails began to disappear. Then the whole room swirling around. When it stopped, there stood Camilla, and everything was back to normal. I'm cured, she shouted. Yes, said the old woman. I knew you were real in there somewhere. She patted Camilla on the head and then went outside and vanished into the crowd. Afterward, Camilla wasn't quite the same. Some of the kids at the school said she was weird, but she didn't care a bit. She ate all the lima beans she wanted, and she never ever had a touch of stripes again.
I think the stripes were
Amen. Okay, did you guess what the story was about? We guessed that, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is this main idea? I'm sorry. Raise your hands, please. Yes, what did you say?
Camilla has stripes and she's trying to fix it.
Okay, that might be. But think about what we said main idea is.
Repeat it. Oh, that's repeated over and over.
Think about what we said the main idea is. Do we need to go back over it? Yes, ma'am.
The main idea is Camilla had a bad case of stripes.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's look at this. We're going to play detective now.
Ow.
We're going to get a little bit more practice of what the main idea is about, all right? All right, let's look at this sheet right here. What is a paragraph, someone?
What's a paragraph?
What is a paragraph? Okay.
A paragraph is a short story.
Okay. Let's listen at what it says here. A paragraph is a series of sentences in a special order. You can have 1, 2, not 1, but 2 to 5 sentences. These are sentences work together to develop a single idea. All the sentences in a paragraph must be related to the main idea. What we're going to do here, you're going to cross out. Look at number 1. It says, inside my house. We're going to cross out the idea in each list that does not relate to the main idea. The main idea is underlined here. Everywhere you see a word that's underlined, that's the main idea. Everybody understand? Let's look at number 1. The main idea is inside my house. Well, you are to tell me what is not related to something inside my house. One of those words. We have kitchen, football field, bedroom, bathroom, and living room. What is not related to the main idea? Yes, ma'am. Football field. Does that relate to anything that we just said about inside my house? Okay. So the number 2, the main idea is colors. Bird, red, yellow, blue, green. What is not related to colors, which is the main idea? Yes, sir. Birds, correct. Number 3, countries. We're talking about countries. Countries is the main idea. Canada, Mexico, United States, France, and basketball. Yes, ma'am. Basketball is not related to that main idea. Number 4 is homework. Books, pencil, eraser, ice cream, and paper. Yes, ma'am. Ice cream is not related at all to homework. Number 5 is tools. Screwdriver, diving board, hammer, saw, wrench. What is not related to the main idea of tools? Yes, ma'am. Diving board, very good. Number 6 is the category is food, which is the main idea. Candle, beans, spinach, tomato, or corn. Someone that has not had a chance. Yes. Candle, very good. Number 7 is sports. Basketball, baseball, soccer, tennis, or scissors. Yes, sir. Scissors, very good. Number 8 is the category is animals, which is a child, dog, cat, horse, or cow. Yes, ma'am. Child, good. All right, number 9 is instrument. We got piano, record player, violin, drums, trumpet. Yes. Record player, good. And the last one is rainbow colors. We have yellow, black, green, orange, or red. Yes, ma'am. We're on rainbow colors. Yellow, black, green, orange, or red. Think about a rainbow. The main idea is rainbow colors. Think about rainbow colors. I'm going to say it again. Yellow, black, green, orange, or red. Yes, ma'am. You ready? Black is not a rainbow color. So you see how the main idea and the supporting things that's supporting that idea of the main idea. Okay, you have to think of things in your mind. All right. Moving right along. Give you some more practice. Main idea. This says read each paragraph and choose the main idea. Can I get someone to voluntarily read the first paragraph? Yes, ma'am. Well, I'll read it, okay? Sandy sings in the church choir. She sings a solo every week. Everyone looks forward to hearing her sing. Last Sunday, Mrs. Smith said, Sandy has a voice of an angel. We all agreed with her. I think she will be famous one day. Okay, the main idea of a paragraph is it A, the church has a choir, B, Sandy goes to church, C, Sandy is a great singer, or D, Sandy sings a solo each week? Yes, sir. You're sure?
Yes, ma'am. I'm very sure.
You're very sure?
Very sure.
All right, let's check it out and see. Everybody that says C, let me see your finger thumb up. Any other answers? So everybody says C, you are correct.
Yay!
Very good. Very good. We're getting practice, okay? Number 2, Tommy ran down the street chasing his dog. Bobby, Bobby, he yelled. He knew he should have checked the gate before letting Bobby into the backyard. His mother has told him 100 times. How had he forgotten? If he had closed it, Bobby would still be in the backyard. Is the main idea A, Bobby ran away, B, Tommy forgot to make sure the gate was closed, C, Tommy was forgetful, or D, Tommy's mother was bossy? Anybody? What's the main idea? Yes, ma'am. Anybody say A? Raise your hand if you say A. Thumbs up. Any B's? C's? The answer is B. Very good. Number 3, Jay sat on the bench at the basketball field and waited. She didn't like waiting alone. All of the other kids had been picked up by her parents. Where was her mother? Suddenly her mother came running to her. Oh, Jay, I'm so sorry. Next time I will make myself a note. Is the main idea Joy's mother forgot to pick her up? B, Joy hated sitting alone. C, Joy plays basketball. Or D, Joy's mother writes notes. Everybody say A, thumbs up. B's? No B's? C? What about D? If you said A, you are correct. All right, and the last one. I went to the ice cream shop and ate a huge sundae. When I got home, supper was ready. Mom had cooked my favorite meal. No matter how I tried, I couldn't make myself eat. So is the main idea I like ice cream? Mom is a good cook? I was too full to eat the supper, or I was sick? A's? B's? C's? D's? If you said C, you are correct. All right. We're getting almost to the end, so hang in there, okay? Okay, can y'all see that one?
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to read 2 more passages and we're going to be done, okay? We're going to ask the questions. Can someone see that well enough to read it? Okay, go ahead.
Students at Pine Hill Elementary.
The name of the title.
Oh, the school garden. Students at Pine Hill Elementary recently started a school garden behind their building. Every week, classes visit the garden to help take care of the plants. Students water the plants, pull weeds, and check to see if the vegetables are growing. Teachers say the garden helps students learn about science and responsibility. The garden grows many kinds of vegetables, such as tomatoes, lettuce, carrots, and cucumbers. When the vegetables are ready, they are picked and used in the school cafeteria. Students feel proud when they see food they help grow on their lunch trays. The garden has become a favorite place for many students to learn and work together.
Okay, now I want everybody to close their eyes and remember what this was talking about. When we say the title, the school garden, What does that bring to your mind?
A garden.
The school garden. And listening at what you read, what do you think the main idea may be? Yes, ma'am.
The students making a garden.
Okay, anybody agree? No, disagree? Why?
Because, I agree.
She was right. Very good. Very good. Okay. One more. Can you read that one? Oh. Who?
Bees may be small, but they play a very important role in nature. As bees fly from flower to flower, they carry pollen on their bodies. When pollen move from one flower to another, it helps plants grow fruits and seeds. This process is called pollination. Many food people eat depend on bees to grow. Apples, berries, blueberries, almonds, and cucumbers. All need pollination to produce fruits. Without bees, many plants would not grow well, and farmers will have fewer crops because of this. Bees are very important to both plants and people.
Okay. What do you think the main idea of this passage is? It A, bees live near flowers. B, bees help plants grow through pollination. C, bees make honey. Or D, bees are small insects. A's, B's, C's, D's. If you said B, you are correct. One more. Which two details support answers in part A? A, bees carry pollen from flower to flower. Or B, bees are insects. C, apples and berries depend on bees. Or D, bees live in hives. You can have two answers in this one, correct? Let's look at them. Was it A, bees carry pollen from flower to flower? Bees are insects, that's B. C, apples and berries depend on bees. Or D, bees live in hives. A is one. One more is another. C, very good. All right, now I need you to pull out a piece of paper, and we're going to do this exit ticket, and we will be finished for today.
Paper's right there.
You can cut it off at this point. Thank you guys so much. Y'all were very patient.